Hi, my name is Alexey Berkovich. I'm cinematographer from Germany, working at Dedovagy Film Company in München. And I'm very happy to be here in Bucharest, in Romania. And I'm very happy to be here and joining the team of people for the Canon Vision event, which is absolutely fantastic. It's a lot of excitement, a lot of new equipment, a lot of new possibilities, and as usual, a lot of new challenges. And we're very happy to introduce the new generation of Dedolight products. This is our new power supply, and this is our new ballast. And it's universal. It's servicing 7 different light heads in different intensity levels. And you just plug in another light and it runs. One important element for the Canon Vision event, we have incredible PTZ cameras here, which allows a much higher level of the positioning and selection of the points of view to the object, to the set, to the decoration, to the studio. And basically this creating a new level of demand for what we call invisible 360 degrees lighting. We are very happy to introduce the technology, which is called Lightstream system. It's based on the design of the optical adapters. This is one of the smallest light heads we have in Dedolight range. And of course, first of all, what I would love to show is the quality of dimming. And now I'm pointing the light directly to the camera. And I'm start dimming it up. And you can see how gentle and soft dimming are. So basically, now we're looking directly into the light head. And of course, if I'm dimming faster, we're getting the full intensity, which is quite bright. Now I'm dimming down, and you can see that it's absolutely flawless. You practically didn't see how the light goes away. And that's bringing LED light source to the level which is typical for halogen or other light sources, and it's absolutely remarkable. The cutoff level of the Dedolight today is 0.014%, which is the value of 1 step. And as you can see, the light disappearing invisibly, which is incredible achievement, and as far as I know, nobody else in the world has it so far. This is the parallel beam adapter, which is one of the core elements of the Lightstream system. It's continuing the optical design of the light head, and when I'm setting it up, fixing it, I have to refocus the light because it's shifting focusing polarity. And then from the same light head, we practically have 300% more light. The reason why we have a setup where we're shooting now, and it looks like it looks, because we have a live background which has a direct sunlight, which is 25,000 lux, and with the light fixtures, which is the size of this one, which is basically the size of a stretch head, including adapter, I can cope with intensity of direct sunlight. So basically, I can get even much high intensity, and if you can turn the exposure level so you can see that this small tiny light gives possibility to get a natural background. And basically just by dimming the light, which with the ballast, which provides all kind of connectivity, including of course Ceremix RDM. It's a TMO4 chip from Lumen Radio. It has wireless DMX, it has Bluetooth connectivity, it has a very simple, intuitive menu, which you can adjust very fast and easy. And here you can see dimming and the color corrections. This is bicolor unit, and it provides color from 6600 Kelvin to 2700 Kelvin, which gives an ability to play with a warm and cold light. Depends on the position, depends on the task. Setting up the key light for the face or the backlight, which is usually has to be slightly colder without using the gels. It's a very high quality of the color, at least as good as we can get and within today's technologies for the focusing lights with the COBs, and it's bicolor. At the same time, we're introducing multicolor light, which is RGB white. It's the same shape of the ballast, it's just black housing and the same power supply, so it's also universal, which is a first time in history of the Eiger film. We're making the multicolor light because now we believe that the quality of those monocolor LED sources is good enough to be used on a focusing light, and basically that means that quite often addressing directly the face of the actors and taking care about the skin tones as at the level which is as good as it can be for today's LEDs. And once more, coming back to the topic of Canon Vision event, the Canon cameras, in my mind, has a fantastic sensors, a very balanced and very well designed ergonomics and functionality of each camera. And PTZ cameras with the optics which is installed there, with all control options, becoming an incredible tool.
Hi, my name's Ram Sarup, and we're here at Canon Vision Romania to talk about our VR solution. So we have a very unique solution. We have here the EOS R5C paired with our dual fisheye lens. Now this RF 5.2mm f2.8 dual fisheye lens is very unique to Canon, and it allows you to capture two 180-degree field of view images directly to that single full-frame sensor. Now this camera allows you to record up to 8K 60 frames per second, which is very key for VR capture. So we have our very unique EOS VR utility application here. Now this application allows you to ingest the footage that you've captured. So you can see here we've got some ballerinas. Now over in this section of the window you have the actual content that you've captured. Down here you have the metadata information. You can play back the files, review it. And over here we have two tabs. You have VR correction and raw development. So raw development, as it suggests, this software now supports the raw capabilities that the cameras offer, but we have this particular button here, which is the fisheye view, which is designed to do the hard work of de-squeezing that footage. Once you've de-squeezed your footage, you can go to the raw tab and make further adjustments, including your color space and your gamma. You hit export, and then you have a new feature that we've added, which is the HEVC MP4 444 10-bit output. Once you've exported that, you can then edit the file as you would any normal video, whether it's through Resolve, Premiere, Final Cut, etc. And once you've done that, we are then showcasing this VR content through the Vario Aero headsets that we love to use at trade shows. This is another unique headset which is designed to give you very, very high quality viewing experience. So by combining the EOS R5C, the dual fisheye lens, and our unique EOS VR utility system, we have this, again, unique system that's designed to make VR capture very simple and straightforward. Thank you.
Hello everyone, I am Ali from Zero Density. Now we are in Bucharest. We are on an event on Canon. We have bring our engine, this is Reality Engine, and we bring our tracking system. This example is a Visual Studio example. We have a PTZ camera. We are getting the camera tracking from the PTZ, and we are using a thermal tracking. Let me go in, you can see me, and also you can see the engine output from the monitor. Now in here, what we are doing is, first the PTZ camera has camera tracking, so whenever PTZ turns, pans left to right, the world goes with it. And also you can check out my reflections, you can check out my shadows. These are real-time ray trace reflections. What we are doing here is we are tracking the talent, so I can go over the objects, I can walk around the objects. There is a video wall which I can trigger with my position, proximity. So this is the quality level that we can reach. And also, last thing I would like to show you is when you zoom in, when you tilt down on the ground, I can also show you the shadows that we have. So Reality Keyer is image-based keyer, so these shadows are generated in real time, captured in real time with Reality Keyer, and this is what we have for the Virtual Studio scenario.
My name is Junait, I represent Zero Density, and this is our first time in Canon Vision Romania. We're so happy to be here, and we have brought all our solutions with us. We have our hardware platform, Reality Engine Ampere. We have brought award-winning talent tracking system, Traxxas Talent S, and obviously our software platform. So far it has been a great show. We are so happy to be a partner with Canon, and I think we'll have a fruitful partnership, and we'll have a lot of opportunities in coming days. So thank you.
Hello, we're Radio Communications, and we brought to this exhibition our most powerful device for distributed routing, Micron UHDs, and we integrated together with Improvised Studio. So we have one fiber line, and we carry all cameras and control between Improvised Control Room and Improvised Studio. This is Bolero, the best wireless intercom you can ever imagine. We have one antenna and several belt packs. And actually, our algorithms, codecs and protection mechanism allows one person to go with a belt pack outside of the door, and another person could take the second belt pack, go to Improvised Studio, which are behind the concrete wall, and they will be able to talk to each other, and the audio quality is just perfect. The hardware interface presents fiber interconnections with the 100G on these two cables, 100G both directions, so it's a full duplex line. And we have SDI inputs, outputs, and Ethernet tunnel, which is used to control PTZ camera. So it's not just a point-to-point connection. We could do all possible routes we want. I will switch inputs to our program between different cameras, and it's that easy. Just simple drag and drop, and you have all your outputs, inputs routed.
Numele meu e Vasilica Janta, sunt owner la Extraorg Media. Aici avem un setup de apartament unde am montat 8 camere robotice care au luat fiecare colț al apartamentului și au fost transportate printr-un sistem de fibră optică dezvoltat de Riddle, un sistem MediorNet este numele lui, prin care avem posibilitatea să trimitem mai multe camere dintr-un echipament cu o singură fibră optică, conexiune 100 de giga backup, adică 200 de giga, care pleacă mai departe către regie sau către un MCR, în funcție de ce avem nevoie.
Odată ce educația se mută în cloud, ceea ce se întâmplă din nefericire sau din fericire în fiecare zi în momentul de față, trebuie să găsim o soluție în care să facem să meargă lucrurile automat. Automat înseamnă să fie foarte simplu pentru utilizatorul final. El trebuie să vină. Utilizatorul final în cazul ăsta este un profesor universitar care o să-și predea un curs. El trebuie să vină în fața unei catedre, să-și predea cursul, să poată să-l facă online și să fie foarte simplu pentru el. Soluția care am găsit-o noi pentru a face asta este să automatizăm procesul de producție. Automatizarea procesului de producție este făcută cu un software care se cheamă WinCam, care poate controla camerele Canon via VISCA over IP printr-un trigger sonor. Practic, dacă profesorul vorbește într-un microfon, camera o să se mute pe el, o să îl prezinte în timp ce el vorbește, o să pună lângă el automat lecția pe care o are pe proiector sau pe display-ul care o are în sală și până aici nu pare foarte complicat, dar la un moment dat o să fie întrebat de studentul din sală ceva. În momentul când studentul din sală întreabă pe microfonul celălalt sau pe microfoanele celelalte, camerele se mute automat către direcția microfonului, or să taie în imaginea cu studentul, o să-l titreze automat, să spună student în cadrul Politehnicii sau în cadrul facultății de medicină sau în cadrul oricărei facultăți, după care camera o să taie din nou către profesorul care va răspunde și acest lucru se va întâmpla și când va fi un interlocutor din internet, un interlocutor din Zoom, din Teams, din ce platformă, din Google, din orice platformă vor folosi ei. Soluția este automatizată. Ideea soluției este să fie simplă, cum spuneam. Ca să pornești soluția, trebuie pur și simplu să dai un click pe Auto Production On și soluția pornește. Nu are nevoie de mare input din partea utilizatorului. Camerele sunt setate, microfoanele sunt setate, prezentarea este setată. Practic, tot ce are de făcut profesorul este să vină, să-și conecteze laptopul pe HDMI și să înceapă să prezinte. Odată ce se întâmplă asta, soluția o să schimbe, o să titreze, o să-i pună burtiere profesorului cu numele lui, o să facă o compoziție, în cazul de față este o compoziție foarte simplă în care avem doar imaginea din laptop și un prim plan cu profesorul, dar putem să automatizăm asta practic atât de mult cât se dorește. Este gândită să fie simplu de folosit și simplu de înțeles și pentru cel care se uită de acasă. Soluția asta cumva folosește toate protocoalele astea de control compatibile și putem să o controlăm atât prin WinCam cât și prin vMix, care este software-ul care folosim în spate ca platformă de mixing, cât și cu controllerul Canon, cu un controller generic VISCA over IP sau cu aplicația Canon printr-un intermediul unui laptop și a unui joystick.